Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we are really getting our hands dirty with some bleeding edge streaming hardware.
We're looking at the AIDA Imaging UHD-NDI3-IP67 camera.
Quite a name.
It is. But our mission today is to figure out how this little box is basically rewriting the rules for 4K live production, especially, when you have to go outdoors.
Okay, so we're looking at performance, durability, and connectivity.
Exactly. The big three, NDI HX3, that IP67 rating, and power over Ethernet.
All right, let's start with performance then. At the core, what are we looking at?
So inside, it's built around a 4K Sony CMOS sensor. It's a 12.8-inch progressive scan, so a really solid foundation. But the real story is how it uses NDI HX3.
Right, the new NDI standard. What does that actually mean in practice?
It means throughput. This camera can push NDI streams at up to 60 megabits per second.
Whoa, okay, 60. For context, how does that compare to what we're used to?
It's about 4 times the bitrate of the older NDI HX generations. I mean, it is a game changer.
And that jump in data translates directly to image quality, right? Less compression, fewer artifacts.
Exactly. You get far superior visual quality and, maybe just as important, much lower latency in your live feed.
Okay, but a high bitrate like 60 megabits, does that mean you need some kind of specialized super fast network to handle it?
That's the clever part.
No.
It's designed to be efficient so it runs perfectly well on a standard gigabit Ethernet network. You don't need a complex 10 gig setup.
So it's accessible. I like that.
Very. It keeps the whole setup streamlined, which is huge for remote jobs.
And I was reading about its resolution strategy, which I thought was brilliant. It's not just about pushing out a 4K signal.
No, it's smarter than that. While it can do 2160p at 60 fps, the real magic happens when you use that 4K sensor to create a 1080p stream.
You're downscaling.
Precisely.
Yeah.
You're starting with 4 times the image information and intelligently shrinking it down. The result is a 1080p stream that looks so much sharper and more dynamic than one from a native HD sensor.
Got it. And you're not just locked into NDI, are you?
Not at all. It has versatile IP outputs. Besides NDI HX3, you get SRT, RTMP, and RTSP, so it covers all your bases for web delivery.
Okay, so the performance is clearly there. But the thing that really stands out to me is the IP67 part of the name. This thing is built for the outdoors.
This is what eliminates the old headaches.
Yeah.
I mean, historically, taking a 4K camera out into the elements was a logistical nightmare.
You need a huge, clumsy, weatherproof housing.
And all the extra cables that go with it. The IP67 rating here means it's completely sealed, it's protected from dust, moisture, even a short dip in water.
So you can mount this thing on a goalpost in the rain, no problem.
Exactly. Think splash zones, think extreme weather. The camera itself is the housing.
My question, though, is always heat. When you seal a high-performance camera that's processing 4K video, how do you stop it from cooking itself?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
It's all in the physical design. The rugged metal body itself acts as a massive, passive heat sink. It's engineered to dissipate heat efficiently without needing vents, which would obviously break that weather seal.
And then there's the final piece of the puzzle for deployment. PoE+.
Power over Ethernet Plus. This, for me, is the clincher.
One wire?
One single wire. You plug in one Ethernet cable, and that one cable provides the camera with power. It carries the video signal out, and it gives you full remote control.
That control is via the VSKA over IP protocol.
That's right. So you can adjust focus, zoom, exposure, everything right from your control room over that same cable. It even has a little tally light on the front so you know when it's live.
I have to play devil's advocate here for a second. Relying on one single wire for everything, doesn't that create a single pretty critical point of failure?
It's a trade-off, you're right.
Yeah.
But for most applications, the benefit of getting rid of separate power runs and control cables, especially in places that are hard to reach or wet, that benefit just massively outweighs the risk.
Fair enough. So let's talk about the bottom line. What does this level of engineering actually cost?
The current price is right around $1,050.
Okay, $1,050.
And when you think about what's included in that, the NDI HX3 license, the IP67 build, it's actually competing very aggressively with broadcast solutions that cost many times more. You're paying for that extreme flexibility.
So when you combine that high bitrate streaming with a super rugged single wire setup, it really does change where you can realistically produce high-quality live content.
It completely redefines the boundaries. And that brings up a final thought for you, the listener.
Go on.
Knowing you can now deploy a professional 4K stream with just one weatherproof wire, what's that one unconventional, previously impossible location you can stream from, a rooftop in a storm, the middle of a sports field, something to think about.